Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to Karen's Crazy Kitchen. And I am so proud and pleased to be with you all today. I am the matriarch of this team and so proud of our leaders sharing recipes with you this week. And today, I have company. I'm sorry. It's going to be hard to keep my puppies quiet. But we are going to be cooking the Beefy cheesy rotini soup. And we actually are going to get it prepared today, get it ready for the freezer. Now, theoretically, freezer meal workshops are where maybe you set aside an afternoon, maybe a Sunday afternoon, I think of, but whatever works into your schedule. And you get these recipes all prepped, throw them into the freezer so that you can pull them out in the morning or the day before you're going to cook them, and it's all ready for you. So I'm going to show you the prep, getting this ready for the freezer right now. And a little bit later, I'll come back and I'm going to show you how to prepare it for dinner, okay? And excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold I'm getting over with, so I might freeze up for a second, but we're going to do the best we can here. I am really excited to try this. I've never made this recipe in full transparency. So what I have here, we're all going to be using different products. At least I am. And anyway, the great thing about Pampered Chef is that we really have a variation of great utensils that we can use. And after 33 years with Pampered Chef, I've gotten pretty picky about what I use. So today I'm going to use my cast iron skillet. And this is our 12-inch cast iron skillet. What's great about our skillets is that the cast iron, they're made by the Lodge Company, which is a US-based company. So this is made in the USA. They come pre-seasoned. The thing I love best about these is that they have two handles. So it's a little bit easier to handle something that's heavy, okay? If you love to cook with cast iron, you will love these skillets. And let me tell you, one of my favorite things to make in this pan is a Detroit-style pizza. Really, really good. But anyway, I'm going to put this on my stove and I'm going to let it get hot. I'm going to turn it on and let it get hot here. Also, I want to show you, we have these great handles that you can use on them to keep them from getting hot too, which is really nice. So those are our great pan holders there. I'm not sure what the real name of them is. All right, so what I have here is I have a pound of beef, and I'm going to be using our kitchen shears to open these up. Now, you're going to learn that for me, anything in my kitchen that's stainless steel, I call jewelry. So these are stainless steel. They come apart to sharpen. They're really, really nice and really handy. So I'm going to take it. I'm just going to open up my beef and put them right into my knife block. I'm going to add my beef to my pan. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to add a bell pepper and an onion. While that's getting ready to cook, I'm going to be using our ladle mix and chop. And this is great. It's a variation of the one you've seen used, and maybe you have the cross version in your kitchen. Mine is in the dishwasher. But I love this one too. So I like it because I can use it as a ladle, and it will also drain out any grease or juice off of that I want to. All right, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my green pepper, and I'm just going to take and just slice off the edges here. I'm using my 5-inch Santoku knife, which is my go-to knife in the kitchen. I actually have 4 of them in my kitchen. If I lie, I die. There's the other one. The other one is over drying. It always seems like I have one dirty and I'm going for another. Again, just a little bit spoiled when it comes to Pampered Chef products. So I'm just taking out my seeds here. And I want this diced. So I'm going to use my quick slice for this. I'm going to put and I can even stack here. I'm going to put my peppers in, just rock it. I'm going to take my peppers, I have pepper strips. I love this for stir fry. And I'm going to turn them, and now I have diced green pepper. Real easy for that. I'm going to go ahead and start just chopping up on my beef. Let's get that going. There's the prep work there. And I'm just going to set this aside here. And I'm going to just dice up the rest of my pepper. And twist it. And now it's diced. Again, I just love how evenly diced that is. This is great for cucumbers. It's great for cheese. It's great for sliced eggs, mushrooms, strawberries. Okay, so my peppers are all done. All right, set that aside. And now I am going to do my onion kind of the old-fashioned Pampered Chef way. When I first started with Pampered Chef the first month, I could have bought the food chopper. I didn't start doing Pampered Chef as a business. I just started doing it for fun. I had a great full-time job. And I could have bought the food chopper, but I thought, I'm going to earn the food chopper. And I got this my first month. It's a little bit different version. They did change it after a few years. But what's great about our food chopper, it is like using 6 blades all at once. Kind of butterflies open. This is how you clean it. You put it back together. Then you put the collar on. And then you can chop on your cutting board. Or you can chop in the little dish that comes with. I'm going to chop in my cutting board right now. I'm going to just stir up my beef here. Again, just chop, chop, chop. And just get that all going. Now, I don't personally, I don't need the beef to be very, very fine for this recipe. I do want it to be a little bit, you know, chunkier for my soup. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my onion and I'm just going to chunk it and set it on my board here. And stop. Oh, I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chops. 10 chops. So every time I hit it, it moves around automatically. So you can see here that I have 5, 10, and 15 chops. I didn't count that one. Now, depending on how you want your onion chopped and how finely you want it done. Excuse me. All right, so my beef is just about done here. Now, I am not picky with how I want my onion chopped. I like some bigger chops, so I'm just going to leave it just like this and throw this into my beef. I'm stirring it with my knife, which I'm just not sure is the smartest thing to do, but anyway. Let me just show you. This is what it looks like. Already looks yummy. I'm going to take that just like that, and I'm going to let that just saute for a few more minutes. And actually what I really do want to do is let it cool just a little bit before I put it into my Ziploc bags before I freeze it. I'm going to take the rest of this onion out of here like this. And there we go. All right, now, while I'm waiting for that to cook up a little bit, I always keep my garbage open as I get ready. So this recipe calls for garlic and herb, and I'm going to share another tip of one of my favorite uses for garlic herb. When you've run across recipes that call for the good seasons garlic dressing or herb dressing, I've substituted this. So I have a recipe, I call it Kieran's Crack Crackers, and I use this in that recipe. I love it. My next door neighbor loves my crack crackers, and I give them to her as a gift all the time because she likes to watch football and eat the crackers. So, and then Italian. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot be without this in my kitchen. Whenever I make, stop, Greta, excuse me. Whenever I make like pasta sauce, I use a half a bottle of this. I mean, I love this all the time. I love it, love it, love it. And then the bell pepper and herb, I know Lynn talked a bit about that too. It's a great seasoning and a great addition to this recipe. And I love this recipe because it uses a lot of seasoning. You know, I like a lot of flavor in my food. And I've found that when I've done freezer meal workshops in the past, people have said to me, you know, I just don't think I flavor my food enough. And I tell you what, that's usually some of the issues that people have when they're cooking. All right, so this is pretty much done here. What I'm gonna do, I have a big spoon, and I'm just gonna take, again, you're gonna wait till it cools off a little bit more here. So I'm gonna take my bag, and I've loved watching everybody do this. I haven't gotten the cute little things that Lori Coleman suggested, and I'm just gonna put this beef into my bag. How many of you use cast iron in your kitchen? If you don't use cast iron, tell me why you don't use cast iron in your kitchen. Some people are afraid of it, but you know, that's what Grandma used to cook in. And tell you what, there's talk that sometimes our food or our diets are a little bit deficient in iron, and that is one of the reasons because we don't cook in iron as much as they used to. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of frozen corn. The recipe calls for white corn. I'm using yellow corn. And I just want you to remember, you're the boss in your kitchen. Whatever you want, whatever changes you make, I love to hear that. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to use a cup of corn. And notice I'm using my stainless steel, my jewelry. This is our 1 cup measuring cup. And now I'm going to use our 3 tablespoons. I need 3 tablespoons of garlic and herb seasoning. So this is 3 tablespoons. I'm just going to add that. Smells so good, you guys. I wish you could have smell-o-vision. And I'm even doing a little bit of heaping here. Love this seasoning. Oh, and garlic butter. Oh my gosh, I use that for garlic butter. I need 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, and I love our measuring spoons because it will fit right into the bottles. All right, they come in a little set like this, all clipped together, which is handy. I have a couple sets, as you can see. And now I need 1 tablespoon of the bell pepper herb. And I love our seasonings. You guys, I love our seasonings. And, you know, Lynn was talking yesterday in her demo about the difference in Italian, and it's so true. And I need a half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. So I'm going to add that. And so now this, oh, I forgot to get my cheese out. I have to get my cheese out. All right, hold on 1 second. It seems no matter how much I try to prep sometimes, after 33 years, you think you'd have it down pat. All right, well now what we're going to do is we're going to shred cheese. And we're going to put our cheese into a separate bag so it's all ready for when we need to prepare our dinner. All right, now I'm going to talk about cheese for a second. If you buy an 8-ounce package of cheddar cheese, think about how much that costs, okay? Now, I would like you to think about if you buy an 8-ounce package of shredded cheddar cheese and how much that costs. It's usually more, right? And the next time you go to the grocery store, perhaps you have some shredded cheese in your kitchen right now, why don't you read the ingredients? There's something in there called cellulose. Now, I don't go to the grocery store looking for a jar of cellulose, and they don't give it to you for free. It's an additive they use to keep your cheese from caking. Now, I have found that I love to grate my own cheese because it tastes better and it melts better, and again, it doesn't have that additive in it. So I do grate my own cheese. Now, this does come with a handle. Karen doesn't use the handle. But if you're the type of person that cuts yourself no matter what you do, when you go in the kitchen, you must use the handle. Now, I grate flat-handed, and this is our adjustable coarse grater, which is my go-to in my kitchen. When we came out with this, all the other graters left my kitchen because this is the best grater I have ever used. And I have it set. Oh, I'll show you how you can open it up too. And there we go. Look how easy it is to shred your own cheese. So not only is it less wasteful to grate your own cheese, it's less expensive, and it tastes better. So why not? That is all there is to it. You always want to make sure you leave your cheese in the refrigerator till you're ready to shred it so that it's not too soft. I personally even like to use my Parmesan Romano Rossi cheese on the coarse grater because I do like it coarsely grated. There are times I want it fine, and of course we have a great fine shredder for that too. So that's all there is to grating cheese. The adjustable coarse grater. Get in there just a little bit. There we go. And I'll just do this. This goes right into the dishwasher. And what happens, there's a little button here. You just press it. You can open it up and use it like this if you want. Folds up, just like I pulled it out of my drawer for easy storage. And I love that this recipe is using all this cheese. I didn't get these rolls by going conservative with the cheese, let me tell you. All right. So now my recipe is ready to throw into the freezer. And I'm just going to take my cheese, I'll punch it down a little bit. I'm going to just get as much air out of it as I can and roll it up a little bit. I'm going to take my beef, and again, it's let it cool a little bit more than I have here. And I'm going to take as much air out of it as I can. I'm going to roll that up. I'm taking another bag that I labeled Beefy Rotini cheese. I'm going to put my beef in here. Get in there. My cheese. And so it took me what? I don't know. Well, I talked 15 minutes to put that together. And there, this is ready to go into the freezer for a night I need a quick meal. So I will see you a little bit later, and I'm going to make this for dinner. Okay? See you later.